Hello, my name is Nathan and welcome to Aethermancer. This is a game brought to you by the same devs who made Monster Sanctuary. This is just a demo if you couldn't tell already. It's a game, monster catching and like a roguelite. So let's get started. Of course, I'll have the details of the game in the description of this video. So if you haven't already, check that out. Not sure if the demo will be up forever. Sometimes Steam demos go away. For too long, you've been overstepped your place. Void will cover every city of our world, starting in Vigil. A fitting end, if considered. All was created, now all shall share our fate. First, the fractured ruins, then all Terraste, the new Mithras. Sirius? Sirius? Sirius XM? Alright, here we are. First monster. Choose your soul-bounded monster. You can start with this monster in future runs. Oh, so this is a roguelite stuff. So we got two we haven't seen. Not in demo. There's a bird and a fish? Kind of looks like a fish. So we got Jotun, and Cherufe? Like cherub? Or, I don't know. Who knows? So we got water, wind, tank, shield, and age. We've got earth and fire, critical, purge, and burn. So I'm assuming that's their kind of tropes types that they have. Roar, ice smash, ignite, grapple. I think we're gonna go with this guy. Oh wait, we can show details. Cool. Let's get a little friendlier with these guys. Signature trait. Whenever this monster applies one or more burn stacks to an enemy, break one poise on them. 3x3 damage against target enemy. Applies 2 burn to target enemy. Purges 1 enemy ether. Grapple. Crit chance plus 25%. Shield generator plus 2, whatever that means. Whenever damage is dealt to this monster's shield, deals a combined water wind hit to the attacker with that much damage. Applies redirect to self, so that kind of makes sense. Oh, this is cool. Look how this is great. Any game with like special effects and things like this, I love that you can check it out while reading the description. Okay, so shield prevents loss of health, which can prevent corruption. Shield lasts until your next turn. Redirect the next single target attack against any monster in the party to this monster instead, then consumes a stack. Okay. Burn. When this monster consumes ether to use an action or gets interrupted. When this monster consumes, okay. Deal X fire damage to it. X equals amount of stacks. Alright. Purge. Destroy enemy ether, prioritizing ether that the enemies need for their actions in this turn. We got anything else? Cool. Well, we're going to pick him. I'm a fire guy. That's what we do. We're inside the void now. The entirety of the fractured ruins have been devoured by it. Wild monsters roam this area. My old friend, I will once again require your support in battle. Poof! Alright. Always go backwards. Unless that's forwards. Nah. This den appears to be rather new, which means there are people actually living in the void, and they call me mad. No, they call you Sirius XM. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Wild monsters blocking our path. We'll have to fight it. Oh no. Are we sure about that? I bet I could have got a surprise attack. But I like testing the limitations here. Oh, that's sound effects in Monster Sanctuary. Monsters can use different actions in combat. Most actions cost ether to be used. There are 4 different elements: fire, earth, water, and wind. Currently do not have much ether. Your only option is to use your monster's basic attack, which can always be used to generate additional ether based on your monster's elements. Great. So is it going to generate, so poise, earth, -2. Pretty cool animations. Alright, every enemy has a poise weakness. The color of the diamond icon next to their health bar corresponds to the element that they're weak to. Attack those enemies with enough hits of that element and they'll be staggered. Staggered enemy skips its next action, and all damage is increased by 50%. Try it out. You have enough ether now to stagger your enemy. So they're saying with this type, Earth. Boom. Get staggered. And can we, oh, I guess we can do it one more time, huh? I'm curious if there's like a power tied to these. 2x3 damage against target enemy. 2x2. That must be the, how many times it hits and how strong it is. I'm assuming the first hit is the damage. This is worthiness, the worthiness screen. Your monsters gain worthiness in combat through a variety of means, like dealing damage, healing allies, or preventing enemy actions. Worthiness provides small permanent bonuses to your monsters, which persist when you rebirth your monsters on future runs. Not sure why you guys don't just call it experience. That's okay. Interesting. Worthiness. That's kind of a mouthful. Experience is a lot easier to say and interesting. Anyway. Interact. You gain staff, common equipment. 50 chance for hit +1. Grants a 10% chance to evade each incoming hit. Okay. Whoa. That's a serious dash. Can we like run? We are running. Ah, there's a monster shrine over there. These constructs have been created by my kind over the course of thousands of years. I can perform a monster rebirth there. We should do so. Safety in numbers. Interact. Monster rebirth allows you to add new monster to your party. You only require a monster's soul to do so. Each monster shrine may be used once. You start each run with a random soul in your inventory. And each monster shrine has 2 random souls that can be reborn there for free. You may only find and use souls of monsters that already have a memento of. A memento is an object that represents an Aethermancer's bond to a monster. You may craft mementos of new monsters by using the Aethermancer's capture action on them in combat. So we have Mandragora, a Wulpentinger, and a Totzelworm. I know that these are all creatures of different myths and legends. Now, should we be getting someone who also does earth and fire? Or should we do this guy, earth and water? He heals and regenerates weakness. Because the earth they would share, but I feel like we should have type variety. So let's go with this little guy. Doesn't hurt to have a healer. Especially since we don't have a tank. Alright, so let's see here. At the start of combat, applies 1 regeneration to self. Whenever regeneration triggers on this monster, applies regeneration to each other ally. Then triggers regeneration on them. Sheesh. 2 × 3 damage against target enemy. Applies 2 weakness to target enemy. Thus the base damage of each hit to 1. Each hit consumes a stack. Okay. At the start of your turn, heal this. Oh, right, regeneration. Heal target ally for 3/5. Applies 2 regeneration to target ally. Sheesh. And healing +1 is a perk. All right. This dude heals. What's this thing? Just kind of, okay. This time, let's initiate combat by performing a Void Blitz. This ability allows the Aethermancer to ambush the enemy, which removes 2 poise from the targeted enemy, then makes them easier to stagger in combat. Void Blitz. Oh. How did I do that? Now that looks like a Cerberus almost. Void Blitz. The Void Blitz isn't the Aethermancer's only ability. The Aethermancer may also use certain actions in combat, such as capture action and artifacts. Artifacts are special items that you can use in combat. Each artifact has a certain number of charges, which are refreshed whenever you get to a rest site. So you don't have to worry about them losing when you use them. Good. Good. Okay, so what do we got here? We can poise break this dude. Stagger him. swagger them. Got a little bit of water there. I like that they show one, like you have one, but you need the other, which is totally cool. Perhaps a memento of target, staggered monster. After its soul. Okay. Well, we're probably going to try to capture the other guy. Well, bam! Not sure what he did to me. A little bit of regeneration, though. Okay. I do like that it shows how much damage it does. So yeah, the thing in the front must be how many times it hits. Or the one in the front is the attack power, and the second is the amount it hits. I'm assuming. There we go. Now let's see about capturing this guy, Orthrus. We can't. How do we do it? Crafts a memento of target staggered. Oh, staggered. We had to stagger him. We don't have any grass though, so that's gonna work. Get weakened. I was like, maybe we'll get like a... Oh, there we go. Say like a dot or something. Crit. All right, a little bit of worthiness. What is it? Combat duration. Ah, okay, okay. It's kind of the same idea of Monster Sanctuary where you got benefits for doing combos and quickness and stuff like that. All right, choose a new trait. At the start of combat, whenever an enemy is staggered... Oh, at the start of combat and whenever an enemy is staggered, apply 1 force to self. Force turns each hit into a critical hit, which deals 50% more damage rounded up and +1 poise damage. Each hit consumes 1 stack. That's pretty good. Aura. For every 4 burn applied to enemies, generates fire ether. This trait affects all allies or enemies at once. You can only have 1 of each aura trait across all monsters in your party. Auras don't stack. 1 of each aura trait. Okay. Burning fire aura. When this, okay, for every 3 fire ether consumed by allies, applies burn to all enemies. I don't have another fire guy, so I feel like this is good. I kind of like the idea here. We're kind of going the critical route, I guess. In the bottom right of each trait, it did say what it was like the trait it had, like burning critical. So that's kind of nice. Chain rare equipment. On a single target attack, if the enemies have fire or more ether, purges 1 enemy ether. Increase this monster's maximum health by 5. Sure. There you go. You actually have it. Let me make sure. So we got the little souls. That's pretty cool. I like it. Mementos or whatever. So are you equipping? Good. All right. Void jump. Ah. You're at a height now. You can use void dash between cliffs. Well, I'm using a... Oh, whoops. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. I just like exploring. I like secrets. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, I see. Interesting. They actually show where you're going to be if you dash. Already neat. Can I go? Thanks. Hello, who are you? How do I get up there? Oh, Lily. A body made of ether and a fellowship of beautiful little monsters. You must be an Aethermancer. I hope you're here to help us out and not cause more problems. I'll try my best. Who's us? Sorry, rude of me not to introduce myself. I'm Lily, resident witch of Pilgrim's Rest. You should come visit sometime. It's beautiful when there isn't a void threatening to swallow it whole. Perhaps I will. My name's Sirius. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. Oh well. I hope that no ill fate befalls Pilgrim's Rest and its people. That's sweet of you to say. I knew it. Somebody with a band of monsters following them around can't be a bad person. How about this? Meet me in Pilgrim's Rest and I'll offer you my services. I'm an expert at soul bonding, you see. Soul bonding uses a monster's memento to bond its soul to you, which means it's always there with you when you need it. So whenever I go into the void anew, it's there at my side if I choose it. That could be useful indeed. Exactly. Also, I can help you out whenever we run across each other in the void. Here, let me use some of this magic power to bestow a small boon to your monsters. This kind of reminds me of Hades, but with like monster turn-based fighting. All right. Aura. Whenever regeneration is applied to an ally, heal them for 4. I see. And I'm heal them for 4. I'm assuming the ally for 4? What's his first aid? For every 50 healing of your allies, generate 1 wild ether. Wild is used to pay for actions as a substitute for any other. So wild card. Got it. Long lived. Whenever regeneration stacks are applied to an ally, applies an additional stack. The healing of regeneration stacks is reduced by 1. The healing of regeneration stacks is reduced by 1. Let's do first aid. That sounds simple to me. What's this? Money? Thank you. Okay, so it looks like we're going the right way. Oh, I can actually see a map up there. That's helpful. Objects surrounded by ether particles must be contain some hidden power, awakened by the void. I can make use of that power if I act wisely. This is a void meteorite, fragment of a dying star that has landed here. These are quite rare. Something must have pulled it here by force. The void meteorite can bestow an elemental affinity perk to one of your monsters. It will enhance a monster's basic attack to deal damage to their respective element and generate an additional ether of that element. We'll do our guy who attacks. So we can make it as earth or fire. I feel like if we do earth, it'll work better with the dude we have. You know? Who knows? Oh. These branching paths lead deeper into the void. I can sense that each path will take me to a different zone. All part of the same biome, but with a different fate in store for me. This is but the beginning of my journey towards the core of the void. I'm guessing tank? It looks like there are pictures. Let's see. Maybe. But nothing that I see here. Because journal's not a thing. Oh. I already have his memento. Okay. Wish list now. I think I already have it wish listed. Let's go over here. Oh, next note, zone night. Ether spring. Envoy. I mean, night sounds fun. Let's do that. Pilgrimage path. The zone still contains an unused monster shrine you can use to rebirth another monster for your team. Thanks, I probably would have encountered it. Yeah, what's up here? You're back at the height now. If you perform a void blitz from a height on an enemy that is on the ground, it will lose 3 points instead of 2. Hey, Mr. Knight. He's cool looking. Sir Tiberian. Tiberion? Hail, fellow void delver. You've had a terrible affliction upon you. Your head is on fire. That's just my face. I'm an Aethermancer. My name is Cirrus. Apologies. Never met an Aethermancer, although I heard many stories about your kind. Hope nothing that paints us too villainous. Villains? Nay, you are the heroes, guiding monsters towards worthiness, helping out across Terraste. That is certainly the idea. In practice, however, our history looks a bit different. Don't worry about ancient history. When I think about it, though, history is what made me come here in the first place. The history of the fractured ruins, just like every true monsterkin. It has always been my dream to be here, to walk the pilgrimage paths, pass through the ancient gates, see the beauty of the city myself. You know, I believe the monster deities are still here. They only show themselves to the most courageous and worthy of monsterkin. That's what it said in the stories of my mother read to me. Sadly, most of the monsterkin I met in Pilgrim's Rest don't believe me, but I don't care. I'll keep venturing into the void until the monster deities themselves recognize me as a monsterkin true and noble. Besides, a fellow void delvers, I'm sure we can help each other out. I like to collect equipment, you see. Sometimes I'm even able to upgrade them. Let me show what I can do for you. Deals an additional 2 damage on hit. Purge destroys enemy. Okay. What are we? Upgraded tier possible and pick a new fix for it. I see. Hit on attack. Deal an additional 2 damage. Okay. I see. Well, let's do this. Oh, add fire damage, add health, add power chance. Increase damage of each hit by 1. Sure. Let's just do that. It worked. Wow. Can you point me towards Pilgrim's Rest then? Okay. Let's see. Is there there is a map. You can use the map to teleport to any points of interest you discovered in the zone. That's pretty cool. Huh. Interesting. It may look like a pond now, but this hole was created by a powerful impact a long time ago. Must have been caused by siege equipment or something mighty. I was like, I hope that comes to me automatically. Like we got some animals over there. Is a void meteorite? Okay. Fragment of a dying star that's landed here. Okay. I mean, sure. Should I have done water? I should have done water. That's okay. We got some enemies here. Looks like they're kind of, it's like, oh, you just been stopped. Okay, combat is avoidable. Hiya! Avoid blissed him. I have a short time to press A, I guess. Yeah, they're weak to wind, so anyway. Stagger. Aqua bounce, huh? Beware, at least one of your enemies is going to reset their poison this turn as part of the reset action. Apart from resetting their poise, reset action generate 1 random ether and trigger an additional effect based on the individual monster. Enemies use reset actions that turn the turn after they were staggered or when enough turns pass in combat without them getting staggered. Interesting. So it is telling me. Okay. Wow, you can see everything what people can do. Okay. There we go. Got a little critical. Activated our equipment. We're doing pretty good. The poise like wind -2. It looks like wind -2. Kind of confusing, but. I don't know what's going on, but it looks fun. Refreshment. Get refreshed. They're pretty feisty. I don't know what, anything's going on. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's do that on me. Bada bing, bada boom. We got full health. That easy. All right, let's get. I need to get like a wind guy or something. A little crit. Let's go for the crit. There we go. I like that each little category is graded, and it looks like it's showing how good they were with it. So like damage healed, they got a lot more for that. That's pretty neat. I like it. And then we get a little item afterwards. Orthra Soul. Nice. Cool. So now we can use our map and just teleport. How cool is that? And I can teleport somewhere that I actually haven't visited. This must be what the monster can call a blessed pond. For a simple offering of coin, it may cleanse one's soul, or so the story goes. The blessed pond beckons to your monsters. A trace of the monster's deity's power still remains here. You must offer coins to the pond to cleanse your monsters of their corruption. I don't even know if they have corruption. What does that even mean? Oh, I see. There is some corruption from their health bar. Bar with the blessed pond. You're cool. Thanks. I don't know. Bites me. So that's water. That's not going to help us too much. I do like how much control you have over the character and stuff like that. Decision making. But yeah, I should have turned that. You're fighting an ooze. Its signature trait can be tricky to fight against, as it can deal increasing amounts of damage to your whole party if left unchecked. All right, let's take a look. What is he doing to me? Applies 2 poison to self. Whenever poison triggers on this monster, enemies also take damage from it. Healing slime. Applies 2 poison to all allies. Healing slime. Applies 2 poison to all allies. Interesting. Well, let's take him out. We'll do a little good stagger. Probably should have staggered with the what's his Magnadora? Oh, he's staggered. I actually kind of want to like hit somebody else with this. That way they don't do as much. We're so mean to him. Ooh, can't heal. That's okay. That should kill him once he attacks, if he does. Oh, he got healed a little bit, so never mind. I can see why it's a problem. So every time we get hit, is the void increasing? Is that what's happening? Every turn? Not really sure. Not sure what's going on here. Almost. Yeah, it's like getting hurt. I'm just getting the void stuff. I think. Not really sure. They haven't really explained that to me yet. Need to find that other little monster shrine. I need 3 people. Steals 1 enemy ether. Free action. This action can be used without ending the monster's turn. Each monster can only use 1 free action per turn. Interesting. Purging. Critical. Burn and critical. 2/4 damage against all enemies. 15% crit chance on crit. Triggers burn on targeted enemy. Huh. Chain lightning. Looks like that does what? Is that air? Well, I don't have anything that does that. Guess we're doing Firestorm. Tea of Many Spices artifact. And what does that do? Target monster generates 1 random ether and heals and shields them for 7. Oh, right. I forgot that we need to be using that stuff. Okay. All right. So we got to the end. Not what I wanted, though. Wait, what? Did I? Oh. I see. When choosing your monster, you should probably consider the monster's signature trait, elements, and types. This way you can quickly identify what the monster's strengths are and what role it can play in combat. I see. So when I teleported, I was literally standing before it, and yeah. So we get those for free using soul from Memento. I see. Sidekick, huh? Let's do this guy. Cool. As long as the monster has redirect, allies gain +1 defense and +1 shielding. Instead of shields on allies vanishing at the start of your turn, half of all shields are retained, rounded up. That's kind of nice. Gains aging. For every 2 age, generates wild ether. The start of your turn applies an age stack. Monster cannot have more than 1 aging. Oh. Weird. I see. You can only have 1 aura of each type. I don't know if they mean the name or like a tank aura. But we'll just do this. Great. Glad we used that. Okay. So what do we got here? Yep, I know. Okay. Yep. Ether Spring, Gold, Merchant. Ether Spring sounds like something I might need for the void that's happening. So let's try that. So is this... What is this? Another monster sanctuary? I see. But you only can have 2. Okay. Yeah. What's this? Oh. Equipment from random loot drops have a 30% equipment boon. Fire. Equipment from random loot drops have a 30% chance to have a higher tier. Gold boon. I see. At the end of each combat, gains 2 extra gold. Lasts until the end of the run. Let's try fire. kind of neat. Is that anything? No? Who's this guy on top? This fire. He's really cool looking though. Yeah, that dude's really cool looking. You're fighting an unknown monster. Okay, you can gain its memento in combat by using the Aethermancer's capture action if you have a blank memento. I do. So can I crafts a memento of target staggered monster and captures its soul. Consumes one blank memento. I see. So we gotta stagger him. Okay, so let's do. I see. Generates fire, earth, earth. Huh. Green and blue. I'm just looking. Just kind of looking. Would like to get some of that fire. There we go. All right, let's do it against this guy. So we do have these things, remember. Kills target, crafts memento. Okay, I see. Gotcha. Target generate random. Okay. Whenever your monster take a certain amount of direct damage without being protected by shield, they take on corruption. Corruption lowers their starting health in each following combat. Try to avoid corruption. That looks dangerous. Guess we're gonna try getting this guy here. Stagger. So I could get him, but I don't want him. I want this guy, Warden. He just sounds so cool. Stone Punch. Okay. So now we can stagger him. Do it. Woo! I like that it lights up. Tank, weakness, and purge. Huh. I smash. Let's try something. So if we're getting like shields and stuff, might as well protect ourselves from the corruption. At least that's what I think it said. They're dead. And then we'll do this. Volcanic guard, huh? Sheesh. Jeez. This guy's a tank all in all. Finish him off. These battles are a doozy. Kind of reminds me of Monster Sanctuary. Definitely a more strategic fight. You know, every turn counts. Applies to regeneration to self. Okay. Oh, it's water and fire. Then consume all regeneration stacks to deal 5 damage to target enemy for every stack consumed. Pretty cool. So I'll heal all allies. Generates water, fire, wind, earth, ether. That was pretty nice. Applies regeneration to self. Cleanses 2 debuff from self. Free action. Costs one of those earth ones. Let's try this one. Healing Brew sounds fun. Ooze Soul. Nice. Boss time? Let's see. Witch, Merchant, Loot Drop, Epic. Well, say no more. That's an easy option there. You have noticed corruption and a constant danger that diminishes your monster's survivability throughout a run. There are only a few ways of cleansing corruption, and they only cleanse a limited amount of it at a time. Successfully dealing with corruption by preventing and playing around it is one of your main challenges as an Aethermancer. Okay, so these monster shrines are always here, I see. Yeah, this is really cool looking. I like them. But we're gonna stick with these guys. I like them. What's this thing? Oh. The end of combat cleanses 4 corruption from self. Oh. At the start of combat, apply 1 temporary power to self. Oh. Here you go. Neat. This is a champion monster. You face him at the end of each biome. They're tougher, have more skills, and use 2 actions each turn. I have to defeat them. What is that symbol? Like anything will stagger them? I'm assuming so. While most enemies have a simple poise weakness corresponding to one of 4 elements, some enemies have a special poise. This champion monster isn't weak to any of the 4 elements. Instead, it simply needs to be hit with a great amount of hits to be staggered, regardless of element. Also, since it's a champion monster, it only loses one of its actions when it's staggered. I see. Oh. Roar! Cool. Staggered. There we go. Okay. Pollen blast, huh? There we go. That'll work. Ooh, he's gonna die. Yeah. Wonder what happens. Does he just vanish? He just vanishes. Great. There we go. Sheesh. Got $10, 30 ether crystals. Not too bad. You just lost a monster in your last fight. This happens to all Aethermancers eventually. Great. Nice. Whenever this monster purges or steals ether, break 1 poise of the same element on all enemies. Or for every 4 burn applied to enemies, generate fire ether. On crit, deals a 3 wild damage hit. Triggers up to once per action. Huh. That sounds fun. All right, so let's go back. Level 3 already, huh? Every 4 attacks from allies purges 1 enemy ether. Whenever an enemy is staggered, consumes all stacks of weakness on them to generate wild ether for each one. For every 3 ether purged or stolen by this monster, apply power to self. Let's do that. Shields, Volcanic Guard. Shield self for 2x6. Applies redirect to self. Retaliate. Triggers. Okay. I mean, that's really good. 4 times 2 damage against target enemy. Applies redirect to self. Oh, okay. Right. For every 5 ether purge, ether stolen or weakness applied by the party applies power to self. Interesting. There's only one option. Didn't say what it was, though. You've entered the rest site. This is a safe place in between the dangerous biomes of the void. The cauldron you see there is a monster meal, specially prepared for your monsters. It will cleanse a large amount of corruption from your monsters. And there's a merchant guy. Nice. Interesting, another Aethermancer. Who are you then, child of soul? You're familiar with my kind. That's unusual. My name's Sirius. Many things are known to us. Apologies, but who's us, and what are you doing here anyway? Why is there a home? The Fractured Ruins. Is there a better place to be on Terraste? And by us, I mean us, a humble trader living a simple and modest life, and his associate. Say hello, Sally. Are you aware you're inside the void? Yes, the void. Natural part of our world, I'm afraid. Life and death, ether and void. With the chit-chat out of the way, perhaps you're interested in my wares. Care to buy anything? So what do we stock holding? Okay, 28. So we can buy artifacts. We can buy Warden Soul, Bone Experience, grants 1 experience for a random monster. Looks like something's on sale. Stock times 1. Heal the ally with the lowest health for 3 on support action. On support, huh? I don't know, man. I don't really care. We're just gonna go with the flow. Not a big deal. All right. Well, guys, I'm actually going to end this run here. If you're having fun, let me know. You can always continue it. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are below. Like I said, same developers of Monster Sanctuary. I'm pretty excited. Been keeping my eyes on this game for a while. Pretty fun. Can't wait to see what they do with it. They gave a lot of love for Monster Sanctuary, so hopefully this is a big hit for them, and we'll see how this goes. But anyway, I'm Nathan. Thank you so much for joining me on this Mancer adventure, and I will see you